expand my being. For the last 6 years, I've been almost every single day when I start my truck up, my first thought is, what am I gonna do to get away from this? And that thought alone has contributed to my misery when I'm on the road. And that causes me to be emotional at nights when I stop. And then that emotion pushes me to find some comfort in things outside of me. Food, woman, impulse purchases. So it all starts with the first thought. And the first thought being, I gotta get out of this truck. I wanna do other stuff in life. I need to get out of this truck. I hate being in this truck. I hate driving 11, 14 hours a day. I hate being by myself. Those thoughts are the thoughts that poison the whole experience of being out here professionally. And then the only thing to pacify the feeling, the only thing to make it feel better is to spend the money, to buy things, to indulge. That's the only thing that, when you're feeling that way, when you're feeling that miserable, the only thing that makes it feel better are those things, for me. So I had to reflect, I had to take a look in the mirror and try to understand why I was doing the things that I was doing and why I was feeling the way that I was feeling. And I came to the conclusion. So all of that to say that I decided not to get out of the truck in 60 days. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to enjoy my life as it is, day by day, regardless of what my profession is. Currently, my profession is this. So I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm no longer going to approach it like a job. I'm no longer going to approach it as a means of an income. I'm going to approach this as my life. This is my life. And every day I'm going to enjoy my life. And this truck is the vehicle that I'm going to use to get me to everything that I want in my life. This truck here, the wheels, Zoya, my girl Zoya, which means life. I'm going to use Zoya as the tool, as my main resource to get to everything that I want in my life from this day forward. And it's the perfect day, 9/11. Being a native New Yorker, it's the perfect day. It's an emergency. waking up every day in misery and thinking about what you could be doing, what else you could be doing, or being somewhere else in the world, instead of enjoying the day that you are in and the position that you are in, it's kind of insane. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. I'm guilty of it, and I know several other. I know many other people in my inner circle, my personal life, that are guilty of it as well. And I'm sure that we're not the only ones that wake up every day wishing we were somewhere else. I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to wake up every day, wherever I am, and enjoy being in that place. So I decided I'm not going to get out the truck yet. Actually, I'm not going to set a date. I may not ever get out of a truck. I may not do anything else as a profession in my life. This might be it. Maybe. Could be. Who knows? But I'm no longer going to put a date on removing myself from the one thing that has been consistent in providing new experience, new perspective, new inspiration, new motivation every single day for the last 6 years of my life. I'm no longer going to put a date on removing myself from that. I'm going to full steam ahead, enjoy it, keep doing it. And I just have to be better at disciplining myself to accomplish the other things that I do want to accomplish that have nothing to do with trucking, or that have nothing to do with transportation, or, my profession. One of those things, the first thing being getting my physical health in order. And so I made it a very conscious decision. It's a no-brainer as well. Last week, it's 8 days now, to convert back to a mostly vegan lifestyle. And I feel great. I feel 100 times better already. 8 days. Anyone who's ever taken a chance to take the leap, or any type of a lifestyle choice, from when it comes to your food, your intake, who has went from, say, meat eating every day to a vegetarian lifestyle, vegan lifestyle. Anyone who's converted in that way can attest to this and testify to this. The changes are almost immediate. It happens so fast, it's undeniable. It's undeniable. A matter of 7 days, physically, you feel so much better. So many things change. There's so much change in that short period of time. There's so much clarity that it gives you. It only makes sense. It only makes sense. It only makes sense. So I made the decision after watching another food documentary, and this is 7 years ago, 2 months before I got into trucking. 6 years ago, 2 months before I got into trucking, I had watched What the Health documentary on Netflix. That was the first one that I watched, and I started sending that to all of the people in my life, very passionately, telling everybody that they needed to change their lives. We all needed to do it, because we want to live as long as we can live. We want to contribute and be productive as much as we can. And I'm telling everybody